Anyway, the Bengals aren't drafting a quarterback. They're definitely not drafting one at 31, which is a weird number to see next to the Bengals. Used to seeing a top 5 pick for them. Josh, when you look at their team needs, are we still just writing OL across the board, or have they solved enough of their line problems that we can look at other issues?
I think they've done a great job at addressing the offensive line this offseason, adding Lyle Collins, adding Ted Karras, adding Alex Kappa. I mean, they've added some guys that are at least capable of playing those positions, at a solid level. So I don't think it's an immediate need for this franchise. Now, if Tyler Linderbaum, the center from Iowa, was on the board at number 31 overall, I would absolutely still consider that because they are not heavily leveraged in Ted Karras. And Linderbaum could be a guy that's there for a decade plus. So I would certainly consider that as an option. Otherwise, cornerback, defensive tackle are a couple of needs that I think Cincinnati has going into this draft class. Some of the guys that I've attached to them in the first round, Andrew Booth is a guy that, I possibly like for Cincinnati at that stage of the first round. You've got Travis Jones from UConn that some people believe could get into the first round. Logan Hall is a guy that I really like, a defensive tackle from Houston. So there's going to be some options for Cincinnati to address a position of need, regardless of whether or not that falls on the offensive line.
All right, 2 other names. I think Josh hit the nail on the head with the positions. 2 other names, cornerback Kaiir Elam. He's super young, multi-year starter in the SEC. A lot of man coverage ability. Gets a little grabby down the field, but I think if the Bengals do want to play a fair amount of man coverage, he kind of fits the mold. And Devontae Wyatt, if they want to go interior defensive line, I think they have the bodies up front. They just need more pass rushing ability from their defensive tackle position. They have the edge rushers and Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson. They're getting back Joseph Osai, who they picked last year, really explosive edge rusher out of Texas. He got hurt early in the season. So they just really need someone that can draw attention on those passing downs. And to me, Devontae Wyatt is the best pure pass rushing defensive tackle in this class.
Sorry. A few seconds ago, Bruce Arians wrapped up his news conference as Buccaneers head coach, and he walked off the stage, or he stopped, and he went back up to the stage. And he goes, by the way, I just want to say it's been great working with you guys locally, and of course, all over the country. And he starts to walk away, and he comes back, he goes, oh, Florio, you can write whatever you want. It's okay. It's like just an absolute firing a shot at PFT on his way out. It's good times. Anyway,
That's awesome.
Bruce Arians, one of a